Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Black Amulet by J.R. Wallis. Read by Thomas Judd. Extracts from The Badlander Bestiary, pocketbook version. An apprentice must never approach a vampire without his master, because magic is the most effective means of dispatching them. But even a Badlander who has commenced must be confident of creating a fangnet. While vampire is the most commonly used name, apprentices should be aware that more traditionally minded Badlanders, and indeed older publications, may refer to these creatures by their Anglo-Saxon names, Frerimus, bat, and Blodgiltend, shedder of blood. Extract from Scrying, Just Spying, by Thomas Merricotes. Scrying is the preserve of great Badlanders, and those who use scrying as a means of transportation are greater still. How then to define the very few who have ever scryed through time itself? Chapter 1. It was easy enough to spot the vampire at the far end of the alleyway. As she peered round the corner of the last building in the street, Ruby spied the creature standing inside a yellow cone of light thrown down by the single street lamp, staring into a shop window. She tiptoed round the corner, keeping close to the wall, and slid into a deep, dark doorway to hide. As she moved closer to the vampire, the old-fashioned revolver Ruby was holding tutted, then swore quietly for good measure. To be fair, the gun had been grumbling for the last 10 minutes, making sure Ruby knew exactly how it felt about her hunting such a dangerous creature, urging her to turn back. A speaking gun, let alone one that could curse so well, would have scrambled the brains of most people, as would seeing a vampire in a small market town in the middle of the night. But to Ruby, none of it seemed exceptional now. Up until a few months ago, she'd been living a regular life, but she lived in the Badlands now, a place on the fringes of the everyday world that most ordinary people knew nothing about. Not only was magic possible there, but the Badlands was also inhabited by strange and vicious monsters, making it very dangerous. But in spite of all the extraordinary creatures that could be found there, Ruby was by far the strangest living thing of all, because she was the only girl. As far as she knew, the Badlands had only ever been a place where men and their boy apprentices had worked, tackling monsters and other nasties to keep ordinary people safe.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?